What is up, everyone? Thanks for tuning into the channel. I know it's been a while since my last official video, but hopefully I'm back on a more consistent uploading schedule now. I've been super busy and have made a few upgrades to my equipment, so I'm excited to dive right in and talk about what all has changed. It is August 21st and finally a few clear nights in a row, so stick around as we go over these upgrades and put them to the test by photographing a pretty cool area of the night sky tonight. Let's do it. So first, let's talk about a major change. I've actually relocated. We've moved just up the street from where I used to live, but the new yard has way too many trees obstructing the view of the sky. So for now, I'm still using my old backyard here to image from. Fortunately, it's only about 100 yards away, so I'm still in the same Bortle 3 area of Monroe County. I've decided to upgrade my main telescope here from the William Optics Zenithstar 81 doublet APO refractor to the ASCAR 120 triplet APO refractor. That's 40 more millimeters of aperture and almost double the focal length. The ASCAR 120 comes with an 840 millimeter native focal length at f7, and the Z81 is 450 millimeters at f5.9 with the focal reducer installed. So we're talking a pretty big difference here. With the ASCAR one-time field flattener, I can shoot without reducing my focal length at all, but pairing it with my ASI 183 MC Pro actually resulted in oversampling. So I went with the 294 MC Pro, which gives me a much better pixel scale. Thanks to the 294's crop sensor, this setup gives me an equivalent field of view as a 1680 millimeter scope, allowing me to get much closer to some of these smaller targets, or I can pick out sections of larger targets as well. This opens up new ways to be creative and frame things differently. I've had this set up for about 3 or 4 months now, and I'm pretty impressed with it. Honestly, I've got a review on this scope coming soon, so stay tuned for that as well. There's actually a pretty cool feature I can't wait to share with you guys, but I'll save that for the review as well. For tonight, I've picked a pretty cool target to showcase what this scope can do, so let's talk about that target. The Fishhead Nebula, also known as the Northern Bear Nebula, is part of a large star-forming region located along the Perseus spiral arm of the Milky Way. Within the constellation of Cassiopeia, this target lies around 6,000 light years away from Earth and is actually part of the much larger Heart Nebula. The brighter region where the Fishhead Nebula is located is actually designated NGC 896, as it was the first part of the nebula to be discovered. It is home to many young and massive stars that emit intense ultraviolet light. This UV radiation excites the surrounding gas, making it a bright and colorful area perfect for dual band imaging with a one-shot color astronomy camera. you look up at the sky above the house here, you'll notice a giant W shape, and that W is actually the constellation Cassiopeia, and it's home to the Fishhead Nebula. It's right next to the star Sagan here. The Fishhead Nebula is an incredible target, especially if you're into capturing those rich hydrogen alpha and oxygen 3 emissions. This nebula has strong signals in both of these wavelengths, which makes it a perfect choice for using the Optolong L Extreme dual band filter or some other kind of dual band filter or narrowband filters. The moon is pretty bright tonight, which usually would wash out a lot of that sky, but that's where this filter really shines. It blocks out most of that moonlight while still allowing me to capture useful data, even under a full moon. And it's a great tool for when you're dealing with heavy light pollution as well. One of the perks of having everything aligned from last night is that I can just jump straight into imaging tonight. My mount and telescope are still perfectly aligned, so I'm able to quickly slew to the Fishhead Nebula and get started with my session. So hopefully this weather holds out, and I'll be spending the next few nights collecting data, and thanks to the L Extreme filter, I'm expecting to bring out some really vibrant colors in this one. But I'm gonna go ahead and get this started and see what we can get. Hopefully it'll be a pretty sweet final image, so let's do it. As I stand here under the stars, I'm reminded of how small we are. From my backyard in a quiet corner of West Virginia, I've connected with the night sky in a way that's both humbling and inspiring. It's exciting to think about what the future holds and how technology will continue to push the boundaries of what we can see and share with the world. The Fishhead Nebula and so many other targets are reminders that even in the darkest corners of space, there's light and beauty waiting to be discovered. Whether you're just starting out or you've been chasing the stars for years, remember this: every clear night is a gift, and every photon that hits your camera is a story waiting to be told.